ladies and gents, welcome back to the AVH Hair channel. My name is LaShawn and today we're doing a Q&A on closures. So everything you need to know about a lace closure, a frontal, a 360, and silk versus lace, I got you. If you haven't yet already, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. And without further ado, let's get to it.
Tell me, what is the difference between a closure, frontal, and a 360?
Great question. So in dealing with a closure, it's usually 4x4 and it covers this section of your head. And if you're using it on a unit, you can always slide it to change the area of coverage. And the frontal is usually 13x4 and it goes ear to ear. You don't have to leave any of your hair out, and it usually covers this section of your head. Now, a 360 goes all the way around the circumference of your head and you're able to pull the hair up into a ponytail. That is the difference between a lace closure, a frontal, and a 360.
What are the benefits of having a closure and why does it cost so much?
So the reason a closure costs what it costs is because it's handmade and it's very beneficial. The benefit of having the closure in is that you don't have to leave your hair out. Therefore, it's protecting your hair from any damage due to heat, coloring. You don't have to worry about blending your natural hair with your extensions because that's what the closure does for you. So it's very convenient and it's a lot of work put into the construction of a closure. It's handmade and in my opinion, I would say it's extremely worth it. Next question.
How long is my closure expected to last?
There is no set in stone answer for that specific question. However, I will say that it should typically last you 6 months to a year, depending on your maintenance. Keep in mind that if you chemically alter it or put a lot of heat to it or pluck it too much, that could affect how long it lasts for you. But that is the overall typical time frame. And usually when you're using a lace closure on a wig versus having it in as a sew-in, I've experienced it lasting longer.
What is the difference between a lace and a silk closure?
Good question. The difference between a lace closure and a silk closure is that a lace closure is customizable. It's meant so that you can see your scalp transparent through the lace. Silk closures come with a silk base. It already looks like a scalp. You can't really customize it. It's not recommended to pluck it. However, the beginning of a silk closure does have a piece of lace on it to make your hairline natural. Silk closures usually cost more than a lace closure and it's a bit more maintenance. But that is overall the difference between a lace and silk closure. And if you're interested in this hair that I have in, it is the Peruvian natural wave, yes. I'll leave a link in the description box below on where you can get some. Anyways, back to business. Next question.
What's the difference between a closure being free part or middle part?
The difference is that the closure comes with a part already embedded in it. There's usually a 3-part option, a middle part option, and then a free part option. No matter which closure you get, you're able to part throughout the closure. The difference is that you have a defined part already pre-made for you. So if you don't really have experience in customizing or plucking a frontal and you know you're gonna wear it in the middle part the whole time or most of the time, then go ahead and purchase the middle part. If you choose to make it a side part or change it, you have the option. All closures come free part, just the middle part has a embedded middle part in it and the work is done for you. That is the only difference.
How do I make the closure look natural? Do I have to bleach the knots?
There are many ways to make your closure look natural. One of the ways is using foundation or concealer in your parts so that it looks more scalp-like. That's if you're using a lace closure. If you have a silk closure, then this part won't really matter. Now, if you have a lace closure and you don't want to keep putting makeup in your closure or having to clean it, another option is to bleach the knots, but you definitely want to go to a professional or be very, very careful because you do not want to over process it. It can cause shedding and we don't need that in our lives. So those are the 2 ways to make it look natural. You can also pluck it if you feel like it's too dense and you want it to be a little bit more natural around the hairline to give off your natural density. This gives the hairline a little bit more of a natural look. It's not as dense and you can make it look identical to your natural hairline. In terms of a frontal closure, a lot of them come pre-plucked already, but if it's not plucked to your liking, then you can go in and pre-customize it. But those are your options, foundation or bleaching your knots.
How do I install the closure? Do I have to use glue, tape? I really want it to look natural.
Good question. There are many ways to install a closure. The best way I would say is to sew it on. You definitely don't have to use glue, tape, or any type of gel adhesive. You can sew it down and it can look very natural. Now, there also is an option for an elastic band. That helps take the tension away from pulling your edges if you do decide to sew it on. So those are the two options without adhesive. You can use glue tape or gel, but if not used in the right way, this could lead to damage to your edges. So you definitely want to make sure that you're using it in the proper manner and follow the instructions on whatever adhesive you choose to use.
Thank you so much for answering all of my questions. I feel so much better moving forward. I don't know if I'm going to go into the store or order online, but trust me, I'm going to get a closure soon. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way to your nearest location. Thank you so much. It helped a lot.
No problem. Thank you for all of your questions, and I'm glad that I can help. And we look forward to seeing you in the store. And for everyone else out there watching, thank you so much. If you have any questions in regards to closures that you feel like I didn't answer, please leave them in the comment section below and we'll be happy to answer them for you. If you feel like I didn't really describe or answer one of the questions good enough for you, please let us know and I'll give you a detailed answer in the comment section below. Also, again, if you're loving my hair and you're digging it, there will be a link in the description box below to purchase. If you haven't yet already, please subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on those notifications so that you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. Let's get this video to 100 likes, and I will see you later, ladies and gents. Bye!